That's in essence what we're told, isn't it, by doctors and medical professionals, that in order to live a long and healthy life, we need to keep the kilos down.
It is definitely what we're told. We accept a range of diversity in terms of heights and hair colors and skin colors, but for some reason when it comes to body size, we're very specific that there are only certain sizes that you are supposed to be or allowed to be.
What's socially supposedly accepted in terms of a person's size or a person's figure, particularly with women, there is very much a health issue though that is attached to it as well. Would you accept that?
Weight is not a good predictor of health. I think that if we want to talk about health, we can talk about health, and I think it is important, but I don't think weight is a good proxy to do that.
Virginia, teenager is petitioning Disney for a plus-size princess to appeal to those not fitting the skinny standard, she states. So is it time for a plus-size princess?
I'm tired of you stealing my life. I'm tired of you making me feel if I'm good or bad. I'm tired of you deciding how my day is. No more of you deciding my life. No more of you stealing life from me. This is it. I take back my life. I'm in control.
You're not beautiful. You're dying.
Let's talk about the fat acceptance movement. It's another one of these self-righteous groups trying to justify whatever faults they have and then proceed to make everyone else kiss their ass for it. On the surface, they seem sympathetic. Most people have a few extra curves that they didn't intend to, and having a rock-hard body isn't really that important if it means having to go to the gym and cough up a lung trying to run 10 miles. The problem is that they jump 2 levels beyond sympathetic whenever they open their severely overworked mouths. The most dangerous and delusional claims they have are about health. The health at any size crowd. They seem to think that there couldn't possibly be any major health risks associated with having a body that shape would make the Michelin Man look like a famine victim. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, sleeping problems, gallbladder disease, mental illness, cancer, flat-footedness, joint problems, osteoarthritis, and reproductive problems are all issues that come with being obese. Of course, there are some people who are not going to be as affected as others. My grandfather smoked like a chimney and lived to be 100, but that doesn't mean chain smoking isn't bad for you. So just because not every fatty is fighting off a heart attack every 5 minutes isn't proof that being fat is just fine and dandy. There's also the excuse that it's all just genetic. If you look at obesity rates 100 years ago, or in any other fucking country in the world, you know that most of these people are lying. Eating a salad and doing 5 minutes on the stationary bike doesn't mean it's all genetic. Almost everyone can get within a healthy weight range with enough diet and exercise. And listen, a few extra pounds isn't going to be that bad for you, but long periods of obesity is terrible for your health, so stop trying to say that it isn't. The next set of arguments are about attraction and the fact that fat people are considered less attractive. The reason this is because we're hardwired to find signs of health and fertility as attractive. Someone an extra large cheeseburger away from a heart attack is not appealing. Many markers of attractiveness like waist to hip ratio and facial geometry can be buried under mounds of flesh. If we lived in a starving nation, larger would probably be considered more attractive. Studies have found that men on an empty stomach prefer larger women. But hey, there's probably some chubby chaser or hog hunter looking to swan dive into Flesh Mountain if you're worried about finding a partner and losing weight isn't just going to happen. Just don't expect society to change to make you feel better about your allergy to the gym. The last major issue these land whales drone on about is about societal standards. They see that media sets impossible standards for people to live up to and that people are never going to look as good as people in the media. Well, of course we aren't. Models and celebrities aren't supposed to be the standard. They're supposed to be the ideal. Nobody complains that the NBA is setting unrealistic basketball standards. Models are supposed to be the ideal that we aspire to. Scientists are ideals of intelligence, athletes are ideals of speed and strength, and models are the ideals of beauty. Nobody expects you to have Usain Bolt's 100-meter time, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't appreciate those who get close. Now, I don't think that we should go out and harass every plus-size person we meet, but if we have any chance of turning the obesity epidemic around, then some people are going to need a soft kick in the shorts to get moving, and coddling every butter-soaked tear isn't going to help.